Hey guys, this is Earl from Jen. It's been a long while. A lot of reasons. Daughter's out from school and some personal things. And finally got a chance to get about to dig today. This is what I call the creek side. Been here once before. The creek runs all the way around about two sides of the property. And I'm not going to show the owner's house for his respect, but he's got a new house built up just behind me to the right. And I hunted, this is a floodplain down in here. I haven't found a whole lot in there. You can't really tell it here, but there's a nice old creek shelf where the creek used to, I believe, be over farther to the south side here. It's hard to pick up. But I'm going to get swing the cool here today. There's also an old house site that was up there in the corner just behind my truck. I might swing out, but he's got some good green grass going in there, so I'm probably going to leave that alone. And I'm just going to stay down there in the field and probably end up in the creek because it's going to get a blistering 90 degrees today. But what I didn't know is he's putting in a new pond. And I'm going to have to talk to my buddy again because there's some awesome looking dirt down on the other side, which is his property. He's putting in a pond. And isn't that a screaming place to go metal detecting? I gotta talk to him this afternoon. Maybe he'll pop up here. If he does, hopefully these guys might go early and might be able to dig some down in there. That's a floodplain too, but he's putting in a pond. But there's some good possibility relics in that spot. Alright guys, I'll see y'all. Okay, we're down here by the creek bank. Creek's right there. Got a nice deep 80 signal. Let's see if we can try to do a live dig. So what we got here, it's still reading down here. It's either gonna be trash or something decent. That's probably it right there. No. It's in the hole. Still in there, it's pretty deep. It's either gonna be can or something decent. Big old pocket knife, check it out. Maybe that is that big old, it's a big old buck knife. It's not a bad find. Of course the steel in the back looks pretty good, but the rest of it, I think, is going to be history. The blade's pretty much history. Looks like a big old buck knife to me. It was down about, what is that? Almost about 7 or 8 inches. Cool. First find of the day. Did get a big old washer. Emerald washers always put off a good signal. I was going to film it, but I'm glad I didn't. But right along the bank, probably an old farmer's drop. He probably missed that bad boy. Probably one of his favorite pocket knives. Looks like it's got brass end caps. Be nice to say it's going to clean up, but I think it's got wood. Wood's falling apart, so. Alright guys. On to the next hole. Pocket knife. Swing into phase B here real quick because it's only about 11:15 or so. Excuse me, 15 or so, and it's probably up there about low 90s already. I'm sweating my butt off, as you can tell. It is hot, guys. Hot, hot, hot. So far for today, I did get an old pull tab washer that sang out like a great, possibly a bullet signal, some kind of farm machinery piece. Did get a nice splitting wedge, a small one. It was just up there on the rise from the floodplain and the buck knife. That's all I got so far, but we're going to head down the creek. We're going to spend the rest of the afternoon in the creek. This is way too hot. First we're going to have some lunch, so we'll get that, and then we'll head down the creek, guys. I got to change the gear over, AT Pro, and my pick, and got rid of some gear, and got my snorkel in case it gets deep. I know this one end. Down over here there's a bridge. There's a deep hole there. Might submerge over there and see what there's lures and sinkers and stuff down there, but we're going to head down to the creek. It's just way too hot. This field's wide open and it's blistering already. Later, guys. Hey Kurt, this is a shout out for you. Time to eat your lunch, man. Turkey and ham and a Coke before we head to the creek. I'll see you all in a bit. Man, I'm hungry. Later. I'm gonna try this. This is my first find. Looks like a buckball down the creek. This is a buckball. See? It looks like it's a buckball. Alright, man. Probably a pistol shot. A little bit too small for a rifle. It might be a rifle. That's a good sign. We're in the creek and it's nice and cool down here, not like it was out there in the the field. So we got the first find, buckball. Alright, man, guys, let's see if we can find some more. We're in a solid rock bed right here, which is a good sign. A little bit deeper down below, but I thought I'd come up this way just a little bit. Looks like it was shallow here. So alright, guys, I ain't gonna show you quite yet, but here's a buddy of mine I picked up along the creek. Nice little spider. But here I am along this tree, and I think I found that bullet right there, somewhere right in here. And I shouldn't have picked it up. Should have got a shot under the water. But right here, laying, I got a signal. And check this out. I think I got a Flagstaff piece. I don't know what I got, but it's got a brass top, still got the wood on it. That is freaking awesome, man. I'm not sure. I am excited as all heck. This is the first time I've had any luck in the creek, and this thing's made out of wood. And unfortunately I got my backup glasses on, so I can't see if there's any maker marks. I'll be hoping to bet there's some kind of mark on this thing. But I swear I think this is a Flagstaff top. Check this out. It's about, I got about, I don't know, what do you think? Probably about 2.5, 3 feet. It sure looks like a flag top to me, man. And it's still got the wood on it. That's freaking awesome. Now, what I gotta be careful about is, there is a reenactors thing about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from here, and it has been flooded in the past, so I got to be careful not to get too excited. But I'm thinking this is a flag top, man. This is freaking awesome. It's all brass top. I don't see any markings right at the moment. Like I said, I got my backup glasses on, so I'm not too sure. What do you all think? It's all wood. It's freaking awesome. I'm stoked, man. That bullet in this thing is my first 2 water finds that I can even worth talking about. There's some fish jumping around right behind me. I've been following them in the creek. But if that is a Flagstaff top, I'm gonna be stoked all heck. Give me your all's opinion. What do you think? Laying right here by the creek, very possible. I'll try to get some markings, see if there's any markings. I don't see anything right now. Like I said, I got my backup glasses on, so I don't see anything. I gotta be careful of this wood. This wood's gotta be, I don't see any markings. That's unfortunate. It's got me worried a little bit. That's why I think it might be modern, but if not, that is one cool piece. Alright, we're gonna keep looking. I'm gonna leave this here right now. I'm gonna do like Bo says, I'm gonna pick it up on the way back. That is just freaking awesome. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I did find that buckball. That is the first 2 Civil War finds, if this is for real. My first Civil War finds in the creek, and I'm starting to like this stuff. It beats being out in that field at 90 degrees and no shade. Alright guys, let's go see what else is up the creek. Alright, this is all from Jenny doing a quick wrap up. I didn't film several things this afternoon, and there's my little Bose creek box. It's just a peanut butter jar with the holes drilled in. Use that for my pouch, put it in my pouch and strap it in. But like I said this morning, I got a nice little wedge and a buck knife. But right towards the end, right near where what I think is a Flagstaff, I got the horseshoe half, and actually right there where the Flagstaff is at, right before I found that, I don't know if it's going to be anything like that, but I did find this screw, which I thought was a bit odd, probably about 5 feet away from where this thing's at. But here again, here's my Flagstaff, there's my tailgate. So however wide my tailgate is, it's about probably about 3.5 feet. I figure it's only about, if I take it to the end, it's only about 5 inches short at the end, maybe 6 inches short. And after looking at it closely with my glasses on, I just may be able, there might be some writing right here. I'm hoping there is, to give me a patent date or something. It's pretty worn down. I'll have to look at it closer with a scope when I get home, or a little magnifying glass or something, but I do believe there is some writing there. That sucker is heavy. It is a creek fine. The stick is questionable. I mean, it's going to, both finds the wood still intact as well, but it looks more like a modern, I don't know, man. That top looks awfully good though, I swear. It looks, period. I hope it is. That'd be one of the coolest relics I've ever found. Alright guys, this is Earl from Virginia giving a wrap up. I already did a wrap up, but I noticed my frame is out of frame. That's my picture was out of frame. So, well, basically what I got is, looking online, I got a bottom ferrule off of Flagstaff. Now the question still is whether it's period or not. Unfortunately, I think there is a stamp here, but it's worn out, and that's definitely unfortunate because I got no way of truly dating the thing. What I got is the bottom half. It's actually 43.5 inches to the break, and the break would have been where the middle section where it screws together. There'd been a coupler here, and then it would have gone extended on, and the top would have been, it's called, like, I think a government issue, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Guidon. It's Guidon or Guidon. It's G-U-I-D-O-N Flagstaff, and it would have had a heart-shaped top onto it. And so this is actually the bottom ferrule, and then would have had a center screw section, and then it would extend it on up and been I believe a heart-shaped topper, upside down heart. The rest of my finds, I kept calling it a buckball in the video. It's not a buckball, it's either, I'm pretty sure it's a pistol shot. It's a round ball, but it's not quite big as a 69, so it's probably around, I would say, I don't know, 45, 50 caliber, somewhere in that range. The other one's definitely a buckshot. That could be modern or it could be old. It's hard to tell. And weathering in the creek and depending. I did go back when I went back before I left. I did find the half the horseshoe not far from the Flagstaff, probably within 10 yards. And like I said earlier, when I found the screw was right near where the Flagstaff was. I actually found it first, and I thought it was kind of odd, and then I wasn't about 2 minutes later when I found the Flagstaff up near the bank. I wish I'd gotten an underwater shot of that, but I originally thought it was a rifle barrel, and I got all excited and grabbed it. When I pulled it up, I was like blown away. Being a Flagstaff, I knew it was a Flagstaff some type, but I thought it was a top. So what I actually have is the bottom, what they call the bottom ferrule to, I think it's Guidon, G-U-I-D-O-N, Flagstaff. The other finds again with the wedge and the buck knife. That's it. So you guys have a good day, and that's it for the wrap up. Happy hunting. Later.